Another wonderful Ted Hughes poem today, Dick Straightup, requested by my chum Dave Cliff. Dave, by the way, would want me to share the fact that much of the poetry he's read and relished in his life has nothing to do with his handsome young schoolmistress, whom I shan't name again. Anyway, that's what he says, and I leave it with you. I have to confess, not knowing the poem, I expected smut. A vigorous, earthy, plathy sort of smut. But as with books, poems should not be judged by their titles, and reciters should be more circumspect. This is about an old man, a legend in his time, having a robust appetite for life and beer that matched his strength and presence. A village character. Apparently, Hughes named his subject after his uncle Richard Utley, whose nickname this was, so my initial theory may have some life in it yet. Dick Straightup. Past 80, but never in 80 years, 80 winters on the windy ridge of England, has he buttoned his shirt or his jacket. He sits in the barroom seat he's been polishing with his backside 60-odd years, where nobody else sits. White is his head, but his cheek high, hale as when he emptied every Saturday the 12-pint tankard at a tilt, swallowed the whole serving of 30 eggs, and banged the big bass drum for Heptonstall, with 100 other great works still talked of. Age has stiffened him, but not dazed or bent. The blue eye has come clear of time. At a single pint now his memory sips slowly, his belly strong as a tree bole. He survives among hills nourished by stone and height. The dust of Achilles and Cuchulainn itches in the palms of scholars. Thin clerks exercise in their bed-sitters at midnight, and the meat salesman can loft fully 400 pounds. But this one, with no more application than sitting and drinking and singing, fell in the sleet late, damned the pouring gutter, and slept there, and throughout a night searched by shouts and lamps, froze, grew to the road with welts of ice. He was chipped out at dawn, warm as a pie and snoring. The gossip of men, younger by 40 years, loud in his company since he no longer says much, empties, refills and empties their glasses, or their strenuous silence places the dominoes that are as old as the house into patterns gone with the game. The darts that glint to the dartboard pin no remarkable instant. The young men sitting taste their beer as by imitation, borrow their words as by impertinence, because he sits there, so full of legend and life, quiet as a man alone. He lives with 60 and 70 years ago, and of everything he knows, 3/4 is in the grave, or tumbled down, or vanished. To be understood, his words must tug up the bottommost stones of this village, this clutter of blackstone gullies, peeping curtains, and a graveyard bigger and deeper than the village that sways in the tide of wind and rain some 50 miles off the Irish Sea. The lamp above the pub door wept yellow when he went out, and the street of spinning darkness roared like a machine as the wind applied itself. His upright walk, his strong back, I commemorate now, and his white blown head going out between a sky and an earth that were bundled into placeless blackness, the one company of his mind.